In this short video, we're going to look at how we can enable tax depreciation, the impact of using tax depreciation, how it works, and how to adjust tax depreciation. To enable tax depreciation, we first start by going to our settings area from the left-hand navigation. Then we select the Asset Register tab, scroll down slightly until we see the option to enable tax depreciation and select. We can see the date that the depreciation was last posted to, and then at the bottom we can see our two asset groups. We can see the current book depreciation rule, and then we can choose the tax depreciation rule, which we can change. In this example, I'll change both of these to 3-year double decline, and then choose to save at the bottom. With tax depreciation enabled, the first thing you should notice is two additional options within your Assets menus. The first being the option to view the tax depreciation forecast, and the second, the option to download the tax depreciation forecast. Let's take a quick look at the tax forecast. Tax depreciation is calculated on an annual basis, so you'll only see a value in the last month of your financial year. If we view a download of our tax depreciation forecast for the next 4 years, we can see there are 3 entries for the financial years 26 through to 28 because I selected 3-year double decline for the two asset groups. Back in nettTracker, let's take a look at the asset register. If we select to view an asset, on the right hand side of the screen we can see a forecast of our book depreciation postings, and if we select the tab for tax postings we'll also see a forecast of our expected tax depreciation. Tax depreciation will be marked as closed once a period end has been processed. In this example, I've already processed the period end to 31st of July, but I'm going to process that period end again. We can now see the period end to 31st of July 2026 is marked as closed. If you would like to make an adjustment to the tax depreciation posted, then select the tools icon to the left of adjustment postings and choose to create a tax adjustment. Select the date you'd like to make the adjustment, the amount. A negative amount will decrease depreciation and a positive will increase the depreciation. Once you've selected your date and value, choose to save at the bottom of the screen. At this point, the adjustment is not yet marked as closed, and you can choose to edit or delete. Depreciation for future years will have been adjusted. Again, process the last period end to mark the adjustment as closed. When viewing the asset register, we can see the tax written down value of our asset.